Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Spencer Martin, sitting in for John Martin, who's on assignment tonight. Meanwhile, we go to our Missoula newsroom. Colton Little breaks down the video and how the Bozeman City Commission is handling it. Thank you, Colton. In other news, actor Alec Baldwin has formally entered his non-guilty plea to charges of involuntary manslaughter. Those charges stem from a fatal shooting in 2021 on the set of the movie Rust in New Mexico.
Yeah, I tell you what, this slide's like 150 degrees. What's the actual weather out there?
I don't need to go up in elevation anymore. I don't know why I keep signing myself up for this. We'll just send it back to you, John, because I may need to throw up this Viking on a stick soon. I'm still going to eat it.
Well, happening tonight over at REI here in Billings, local people, clubs, organizations, and even schools are showing out to support Montana Special Olympics athletes with a law enforcement torch run signature event, the Polar Plunge. John Martin and Chief Meteorologist Tracy Smith join us right now from there. Freezing for a reason. John said he'd hold the mic. He won't be plunging. He won't be getting in. He's letting Tracy do all the hard work for him.
With me today is the new general manager of Metro Park, Stony Field. Stony, thanks so much for being with us. And you said you've been here for only 10 days in town. You're just city, getting your toes wet. What's it been like so far?
When you were a kid, what were you doing at 8 in the morning in the summer? Probably watching cartoons. For me, it was watching highlights on SportsCenter. Not for these kids in Indigenous Trail.
We're having a lot of fun. Remember, a family of 4 gets gated admission for just $30. You can get a wristband for $20, and we're trying to take advantage of all the rides. Tracy's really excited. We have the Yellowstone River Roundup coming up this weekend. She just wanted to get in the spirit early on.
All right, thank you, Tracy. And sticking with the weather forecaster, Elena Margot spent some time today looking into how dry it's been so far in 2024 compared to this point in time a year ago. She shares those details with us now.
Hey, John, welcome back to Montana Fair. So many great events this week, but yeah, I figured out. I finally know how you feel, John, when you go out to events like this, because I found someone taller than me. Look at this. Animal Cracker Conspiracy. I'm just going to dance here with Animal Cracker Conspiracy going around, in and about. Coming up next in sports, it is football season. I kind of lost feeling in my hand for a little bit because I had to constantly keep replacing all the sodas that people were drinking. Hot dogs and hamburgers are just flying everywhere. The sun actually stayed out for us, so a great turnout. I heard we were over $3,000 raised coming into today. The talk of the town is we can get to 5. We're hoping we get to 5. We surpassed 5,000 today. That means a lot to the woman joining me right now, Mandy Schillinger with Relay for Life. The mild weather we've been seeing has been great for getting out and enjoying the outdoors. But that said, the Custer-Gallatin National Forest is reminding visitors in the Highlight Canyon to respect their rules and guidelines, especially this weekend. The Forest Service shared these photos today, specifically highlighting violations with campfires. Now, as a reminder, in the canyon, there are no fires allowed outside of designated fire rings, no pallet fires, and no trash burning. The Forest Service adds this is not only a major issue at Highlight, but at other trailheads in the area as well. And they ask you to remember to leave your campsite as you found it. And that brings us to Chief Meteorologist Tracy Smith, who joins us now for our first check on the forecast tonight. And of course, it's not necessarily fire concerns we're talking about, but actually those cooler temperatures on the way.
Parents, everyone, you want to talk about parents, they're so proud to see their kids here. And then you talk about the actual guys on the field beaming with joy this weekend as they rally. And you know, a lot of these guys during this title run have become quite famous. Yeah. I mean, in Billings, everyone's talking about the B-Town Brawlers. They got a nickname. Trevin Gradney, Junior Bergen, guys who've been so key in this title run. Well, then you look at it back home, the parents are getting pretty famous too. They're proud of their kids.
The streets of Billings.
Yeah, they can't go anywhere, streets of Billings now down here in Texas, without someone recognizing their children and everything they've done for the Grizz.
It's easy to see John and I do not golf very much. The team tried to give us some pointers and let us give the facility a spin. Where am I trying to go? Like where's the hole? Thank you for staying with us. And well, before a busy night on the gridiron, we had some state championships given out this afternoon over at Lake Hills Golf Course, with both individual champions being from right here in our own backyard in the Magic City. Here's a look at the State AA Golf Tournament.
It's one of those games where you just kind of, after the clock hits 0,
take a moment to try to digest it and think that game was just a little bit odd.
Get much better than this. Round 10 of the National Finals Rodeo in the Duel in the Desert. A couple of Montana Cowboys still in contention for some gold buckles. Welcome to the most beautiful setting in high school sports. Red Lodge High School as the Rams welcome in Three Forks for the Class B quarterfinals. And welcome to the Big Barn here at First Interstate Arena as postseason basketball in full swing. This weekend, it's the Eastern A Divisional Basketball Tournament tipping off, who's in their first year, and it's a first for overtime as we got some flag football highlights. The Lions hosting the Butte Bulldogs in a doubleheader. Moving our way to some more Class A action now after escaping Glendive with a win last week. Billings Central was back at home in the Rocky Bowl to host the Havre Blue Ponies.
I'm sure you hear it in the voices of head coach Brent Vigen, the voices of the Bobcat players. Football can be a very cruel game sometime, and that's how it was today here at Bobcat Stadium as North Dakota State just seems to keep having Montana State's number. They keep seeming to find a way.
Championship Saturday here at the National Finals Rodeo as we wrap things up from Las Vegas, but Miles City's Haven Medjid, well, all eyes are on him. He's the average leader in tie-down roping, hoping to win that title, maybe even a gold buckle. Last season, the Fergus Golden Eagles did something historic. They won their first Class A football state championship in over 2 decades. Of course, then the boys went on to win the Class A boys basketball state title. So they're getting used to their winning ways here. They're getting used to that taste of championships in Lewistown.
624 boys, 279 girls, dozens of schools competing today for a chance to advance to championship Saturday and hopefully bring some hardware home to their town. Hi everyone, thanks so much for staying with us. Spencer Martin joined by Caitlin McLean. An exciting first day. We just wrapped up the quarterfinals and a lot to cheer for right here in the Magic City.
All right, welcome back to Metro Park, joined by Browning's Dakota Lewis, the story of the year last year. You kind of blew the roof off this building when you went 3 for 3, won your first Unleash the Beast Tour event.
No, and you look at the Big Sky Conference schedule, it's not an even schedule, meaning that you don't play the same teams every year. The Grizz had a tough schedule down the stretch, and they passed all the tests, including, of course, the Brawl of the Wild, when they dominated Montana State.
That's just for you.
This is for Jackie Moo.
Corn dogs, Jackie.
Corn dogs, Jackie, for all these people.
Great way to beat the heat is to be out on the water, and Absaroka River Adventures in Absaroka's offered river rafting trips for 3 decades now. It's a whole lot of fun, and I took a trip down the Stillwater to see how the river has changed since those historic floods about a year ago and what keeps rafting enthusiasts coming back year after year.
The whitewater definitely changed last year's flood, and all for the better. I mean, the Stillwater became a much more fun river, even at lower flows like it is right now. I've been doing this a long time. It actually is boating like it used to, like in the late 90s and early 2000s, so it's way more fun than it has been for the last 10 years.
Today's trip takes us from Jeffrey Fishing Access, just outside of Absaroka, down to Fireman's Point. Tim Hedin, head guide for Absaroka River Adventures, has been floating the Stillwater for nearly 3 decades. He says some of the changes to the river post-flood are drastic, but they make it more enjoyable for rafters.
Oh, there's like 2 or 3 points just like that where we're going to point and show you where the channel completely changed to where the river used to flow one way, it doesn't flow there anyway, and it just tore open a whole new channel. And there's several spots on the Stillwater where it did that on this lower section. And then there's several features where Beartooth Drop, which was kind of known as a dangerous feature on the Stillwater, completely disappeared. But above it for about a quarter mile, there's just big fun play waves. So, we got rid of one dangerous feature and replaced it with a lot more fun feature.
The Stillwater is kind of a hidden gem in Montana. Perhaps you could even call it a locals river. Absaroka River Adventures shares that treasure with people from all around the world, and that drives the passion for these river guides.
Getting people into the outside and enjoying what there is, and especially like young kids that start giggling as we go through the rapids. That's probably one of my favorite parts. And people come back year after year to see the river change because they had a great time last year, because their kid did it 5 years ago and has talked about it nonstop since. So they got to come back and do it again.
You know, people ask me all the time how you've been a raft guy for so long, and if it was just about the river, I probably wouldn't have made it that long, because the river, I love being on the river. It's my favorite place, but for almost 30 years, that's a long time to see the same stretch of river. But it's basically the people you meet. We meet people from all over the country, all over the world, and just different walks of life. And that's the fun part for me, is getting to see, they get to see my backyard, and I get to show people from all over the world my backyard, and then I get to learn about their backyard. So it's just it's a great experience for me. I think I take more from the people than they probably do from me.
Now to a touching moment in Hardin that we just had to share with you tonight. It is an incredible shot during a middle school basketball game. SWX's Spencer Martin shares the story that's sure to put a smile on your face.
I'll shoot basket.
When you shoot the basket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shoot what? And dribble.
And dribble?
Yeah, and it's perfect.
Today was the first time he's ever made it on the first shot.
A heartwarming moment in Hardin for those who watched 7th grader Kellen Shy make the shot. But this isn't the first time. His mother, Christina, says since 5th grade, players and coaches have helped Kellen get in the game and score. He also plays football. He's on the wrestling team. Anything that involves having fun with his friends.
He just has some really good friends that just are always making sure that he is included in whatever they're doing.
While Kellen's shooting and scoring is great, it's the scene afterwards with all the other players, coaches, and fans that's truly special.
It's his celebration with his buddies afterwards, and it's always fun to see the other team, players on the other teams come celebrate with him too. And he loves to be that center of attention. But yeah, his relationships with those kids are what makes his world go around.
Heart.
Oh, your heart? Yeah.
Heart, yeah.
Yeah, your life?
Yeah.
Your life with your friends is your favorite part?
Yeah, when my friends salute me.
When they're excited for you? Yeah.
When you were a kid, what were you doing at 8 in the morning in the summer? Probably watching cartoons. For me, it was watching highlights on SportsCenter. Not for these kids in Indigenous Trail. They come here to Gas Cap Hill and they're training, and that hard training has paid off.
I really like running. It's my happy place. It just feels good to run and then get your legs going every morning.
Because it's just fun.
They love being outside and they love the chance to compete with one another.
Probably just keeps you competitive and healthy.
I can run with different people and get more competitive.
It's important for your health, and it's really nice out here too.
Indigenous Trail's been a sanctioned club with USA Track and Field for less than a year. Still, they're sending 6 of their 11 young runners to the Junior Olympics next week in Eugene, Oregon.
So around here, it's basketball. So using analogies if you're going to the NBA championships, but if there was one for kids, this is it.
I feel pretty good that that we all made it, and we can all go and run our best there at nationals.
Yeah, I feel proud of myself. I'm proud and excited.
It's really cool that I made it because not a lot of people get to go to nationals.
I'm excited and also nervous at the same time because I will be running against the best in the nation. So yeah, and I'll get to meet new people.
I'm going against some other guys because freaking their times real fast. Probably just looking at all the places there, the Nike headquarters.
Cool thing about the running club is it's completely free. Scott has built this passion. He sacrificed time and resources so that kids have an opportunity to let running take them around the country.
To create an experience that was unforgettable for the runners here, because why not? Our runners deserve something like that. Our runners deserve an opportunity to get to go places with running.
At the Junior Track and Field Olympics, these runners will be competing against the best of the best, future Olympians, showing them what Indigenous Trail is all about.
Native kids, when they want to run in that, if they want to join the club and then just have fun. So people can see what our Indigenous is, because we can inspire